What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I'm not wearing pink today. Oh my God. Well, usually it's a catch-22. I like to wear pink on Wednesdays when I work Wednesdays, but I definitely try not to work Wednesdays because we have meetings and they're dumb. Like they're dumb. And I don't care if people from work hear this. Like, I don't think that we need a meeting every week to go over the same thing that we can look up. If it's a meeting about like holidays or special engagements, what I mean by that is like events or inventory or things that directly affect me and the store and my department, cool. If it's just, so guys, what did we do last week? Well, we can all look up that information. Why do I need a slide to read you that information that I've already looked up? Is it just to check to see if I'm paying attention? Because if I wasn't paying attention, that would reflect in my day to days and my sales and the way I operate my business. If I am paying attention, then we're going to see those results. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do it once a month, cool. If you want to do it like twice a month, okay. Every week, hard pass. So I skip them. I try to go to a meeting a month so they stay off my back. What is flashing back there? Oh, it's my Alexa. I'm not going to play the notifications right now. It's probably about something I ordered or whatever. I just got back from workout, so I'm a little like, oh, look at these eyes too. It's allergies. Oh, those are some circles, bro. I want them to be like this. Like at least when I close man, what do I do about that, guys? Where's all my ladies at? That's real bad today. I gotta fix that. Anyway, so let's talk. I did a TikTok live this week with my buddy Nick. We're going to, by the time you have listened to this episode, I'll have already done a TikTok live. Dude, I love those, man. I gotta be honest with you. It's such a fun way to interact with people. So I'm gonna be doing a lot more of those TikTok lives. My light is working. I've got 12 panels of the eggshells on my wall. So as I start to move my studio action, we'll have a little more sound, better sound and quality. I have spooky season is upon us, September spooky season eve. So I've been slowly kind of watching horror-esque movies, like maybe some dramas with horror elements, or kind of tiptoeing in my Jordans, so to speak, because I'm ready. Not financially, but I'm ready. This episode, though, is kind of a playoff. I've done several episodes about friendships, ride or die, things like that. But I think it's important to discuss this. My buddy David Harvey had a birthday party, and I really wanted to go. And the reason I want to go is because he's awesome. I love that dude. And he comes through when it counts. We don't get to hang a lot. We have two separate lives, blah, blah, blah. But he's an amazing dude. Like, he really is. And he comes to our events, and we have such a good time. Like when the 90s party, he was there. My guys and I, we're going to do a crow watching party because one of my buddies has never seen The Crow. So we're going to, and then we've got a Christmas thing we're going to get together. So I know he'll be there for that. But I wanted to be at his birthday dinner. Unfortunately, it was the Saturday before I went to the hospital. So I was like, I'm out. So I missed it. But that's one of those friends that we don't text very much. We talk beer. We talk life occasionally. Entertainment, video games, politics. He used to be on This Dude and That Dude when I used to do that podcast every week. It was an absolute blast. And it was a live podcast. I don't know if you guys remember that on stereo. That app is since. But This Dude and That Dude was fun. We also had some really strange people on that show. Oh my God. Because you could add people. And I remember one time I made the mistake of adding this guy. He's from Detroit. I'm going to add him. We're good. We were not good. But anyway, so David and I have known each other for a long, long time, man, and been through a lot of stuff together. And I felt bad for not being at his party. He is one of those friends that I don't have to like text. It's nice to be like, yo, what up? He's also really bad at texting back, in all fairness, so, which is fine. But I don't have to do it. I can be like, dude, we're getting together in 3 weeks. If he can make it, he's just going to show up. You're going to tell me he might be there. He might not tell me he's coming or not. But I know if the door rings or the door opens and he's there, he's there. I think if he's not going to be there, he's pretty good about telling me. So that's that type of friendship. We have that bond. We've been through it. It's cool. There's like zero expectations of I need you to reach out to me and I need this, you know. He's been there for me when I needed it. I've been there. I haven't been there as much as he needed it, and that sucks. Crappy friend, but you know. But I want to talk about it because I was talking to my buddy. I was talking to my buddy who has been very busy, you know, in and out. And the last time I think we hung out, I don't remember, but it's one of those things I like. He's a drop-in guy. He's a drop-in, check-in sort of dude. Hey man, just checking in. We ain't spoken a couple weeks. You've been super slammed with work. I've been super slammed with work. I was out of town, whatever. He'll check in. And that's cool. That's where that relationship is. Like that friendship. Like, yo, what up? Connect, bounce. And we'll plan something for 5 months from now and it'll get rescheduled 37 times. But it'll happen eventually. I got my buddy, you know, I was talking to him about it, and he's got this friend that just moved out of town, probably like 6 months ago. And he's like, when I get settled, I want you to come out and see the place. He's got a girlfriend, whatever. They've been together forever. It's one of those couples that are like, they've been together forever. So you just like, are you married? Are you not? And it doesn't matter. They're just happy, and that's great. So he was getting ready to move out, or he was moving. And he's like, when I get settled, I want you there. 6 months out of state. Like it takes a long time to get settled in state. Trust me. I didn't invite anybody over for months, and I just moved like 10 miles away, 12 miles away. Moving out of state is a completely different ballgame. So he called him. He texted him. He said, hey, man, how's the new place? Let me know, man. I got some time coming up before we get busy, and I'd love to fit in a trip if possible. If not, I'm going to have to catch you after the holidays. It's a busy time of year. Can't make it. 3 days, 4 days go by, nothing. 9 days go by. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I've been meaning to get back to you. I've been busy, but yeah, I think that'd be good. You want to come out for a day? Mind you, this requires an airplane. Okay. This isn't, I'm going to drive there in the morning, spend the night, turn around and drive back. This requires an airplane. There is cost to this. He goes, a day? What do you mean, bro? And he's like, I thought he was being funny, he thought he was being funny, like, oh, I'm so busy, I can only see you for a day. Let's plan after the holidays type thing. No, he was serious. Oh, you can do a quick trip. Why is my hood all jacked up? You can do a quick trip. Flights are cheap. It's like $300. I don't know what circles you roll in, but I can't just throw $300 down. I throw 20 down, and I'm like, ugh. He's like, no, man, maybe we better wait till after the holidays. Well, we're going on a cruise in January, and then my parents are coming, and it's like his whole demeanor changed from when he was about to move, and then when he did move, said, man, let me get settled. I can't wait for you to get out here. Like his whole demeanor changed. And you got to question like job situation, girlfriend situation. But he's like, well, dude, why don't we just, connect around like when you get back? Well, maybe sometime in March. Bro, it's September. Okay, some people needed that advance. That's cool. He's like, yeah, maybe we'll go to St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I'll fly out for St. Patrick's Day, like fly out for a couple days before, hang out for St. Patrick's Day, fly back 2 days later. You know what I mean? Like just, check out whatever's going on there for St. Patty's. Oh, no, we're going to Boston. When in March are you available, sir? Stop telling me dates and then just tell me when you are available. So my buddy's like, dude, don't really care. Like he's clearly preoccupied. Kind of pisses me off. And I don't know why. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know what the situation is in his home. I don't know if his job changed. He's not telling me like, man, I'm so sorry. My job just changed. My girlfriend got pregnant. My girlfriend's job changed. Health, money. He's not saying anything. He's just like, yeah, whenever. So he already knows this progression. Because when you get to our age, when you get past your 30s or even into your 30s, but I'll go one step further. When you get past your 30s, you already know. You already know the line and direction it's going in. It is complicated enough to get together with your friends that you actually still have in your 40s, okay? Because of work, because of lifestyle changes. Some are married, kids, boyfriend, girlfriend, dog, jobs that travel. And then let's take that away. Personal time. You're not the night owl like you used to be. You might be. You might be able to still stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, but you sure is not doing it at a bar. You're not going to the club. If you are going, if you're in your 40s and you're going to the club, you better be owning that club or having some stake in it. If you're in your 40s and going to that club, you better be like bucket list Ibiza, you know, or something in Vegas that you've always wanted to do. Like, I'm 46, about to be 47 in a couple months. I loved the clubs, working there, the vibe. I did it for years. Do you think I want to go to a nightclub right now? No, and I still like it. I still like the vibe of it. Like I still like the lights and the music and like, that old part comes out, but I'm not going to be unless I am on vacation in another country or there's this once in a lifetime opportunity to see somebody and it happens to be at a nightclub. I'll go and I'm going to deck out and I'm going to be like, I'm going to, yes, but I'm not going. I don't even have a desire to go to a happy hour. True story. I've gone to several. I did an episode about a happy hour when I was with, just a few months ago, dating that girl. We did an awesome happy hour. It was amazing. It was amazing. I don't have it. It's not something I do on a Tuesday all the time. That's some people. I'm not categorizing or clumping in every 41 plus year olds that some people feel that way. Some people are like, oh, I'm single. I don't have any kids. I've never been married. I'm still 40. I want to go out. Cool. God bless you. Have fun. I'm going to chill on the couch at 9 o'clock at night. Probably be in bed at 10. Okay. For the most part. And if it's constant school week and I'm with Luke and he's in bed at 8:30 and it's 8:45, 9 o'clock, later. Don't call me. Don't text me. Piss off. I'm out. That's the sort of thing. I get up at 5. Even on my days off, if I don't have Luke, I'll try to sleep in till like 7. That's a stretch. I like that 6 o'clock hour. I like to get moving by 8. Maybe I'm at the gym at 7. I don't know. So again, it's already hard because things change. Like you change, and that's okay. And so to connect, it's difficult. Now you moved out of state. Okay. Big wrench. The communication is going to start to drop. The hangout is going to drop. Why? Because you're out of state and nobody, even if you don't have any other real obligations but your job, can just jump on an airplane and fly every weekend. You can't. Even if you had the money for it, you can't because there's obligations, exhaustion. You don't want to do it. So that's going to drop. And now you've already been there and it's been difficult for you. And I'm just using my friend as an example. You've been difficult to even schedule. Well, I'm busy this month. And you're going all the way to March and it's September. Pretty soon I'll be like, I'll see you in 2027. So you already know there's things going on and that communication's going to drop. So the question I posed to him was, at what point do you say I'm good? I chalk it up for that friendship is probably done. No hard feelings. Don't hate them. Don't like them. Just not going to put that effort in. And he's like, well, man, I mean, it does take two to be a friend. So I feel like I got to at least text and check in. Cool. And if you don't hear anything back, why are you wasting your time? And this is the argument that people give. Well, I mean, what if they're busy? Okay. They're so busy that the device that they spend their entire life on in their hand that they can't take a 2-second text. It's 2025, almost 2026. There's no reason that you can't text back unless you don't want to. And I am all for taking a break, not responding, putting your phone down, I'm all for that. You're in the movies. It's your only day off. You're unplugging. I'm for that. I believe in that. I am really trying to incorporate more of that because I felt myself getting a little out of control. Because in August, I had so much stuff going on with work that I found myself constantly texting, writing, voice texting, planning, even on my short days off when Luke would go to bed or Luke was at school or, he's taking a shower. I'm like, and I found myself just being worn out, drugged out, not drugged out. Wow, that'd be fun. Dragged out and just, I was not in a good place. And it showed the way I handled certain situations. It showed the way at times I talked about certain things. So I needed to do that. So I'm all for saying, nah, I ain't doing it today. But let's be real, guys. In this day and age, there's no excuse not to text somebody unless you don't want to. If they're not important or that situation's not important and you're not on their mind, they're not going to text you. Because we're creatures of habit, right? We're human beings. We only do things. What is on you, kitty? You got fuzz on you, gross boy. The cat's got a bunch of fuzz. He's been fighting with a pillow. We only do things that we want to do. If you've got a list and the list is go to the gym, go swimming, get groceries, pay bills, and that's what you have to do today. That's what you want to do today. You better pay your bills and get your groceries first or go to the gym. You better get up, get your cup of coffee, pay your bills, go get your groceries, go to the gym, then go swimming. Because if you sit there and you postpone and go, I'm going to get my groceries, get my coffee, sit, watch a movie. Oh, it's 2:00. I'm going to go to the pool because it's nice out. Something ain't getting done. We only do things that we want to do. That's just life. It's so hard to force yourself to do things you don't want to do. Trust me. I'm that way. So if somebody's like, David just texted, I'm just, not David, because that's my boy's name. If my buddy's like, let's just use an example. If some dude named Matt gets a text from Jim, okay? And Jim's like, hey man, what you doing Friday? And it's Monday. Remember we connected last week? Just want to see if you're still down. You don't text him Monday. Matt doesn't text Jim back Tuesday, and Matt doesn't text Jim back Wednesday. It's Thursday. Jim's like, hey man, just seeing what's going on. If you can't make it, it's cool. Just let me know so I got to make plans. And then Matt just doesn't even answer because he doesn't care. And maybe he doesn't want to know. He doesn't know if he wants to go or not. Instead of telling him that, he just ignores him. It's because he doesn't want to do it. He could have been, hey man, I don't know. Can we reconnect on Thursday? I got a busy week. That's an answer. And guess what? You can bail on plans, but to ghost somebody. And that's what people do. It's the easy way out. And it happens all the time. There are some people that just aren't good at communicating, but they got your back and that's okay. And there are other people that just don't give a crap, period. And I think we as human beings, as a society, we gotta just say enough, man. Enough. But we get in trouble because every now and then we get those times where you're like, man, that was a really cool person. I would really like to connect with them again. Let me send them a quick text. It ain't the you up text, but it is a, hey, just thinking about you, checking in. And then if they text back, you got a couple days of normalcy, and then inevitably somebody's going to drift because your time with them is done. Your time with them is done. And again, it doesn't mean you hate them. It doesn't mean they're your enemy. It's just stop holding on. Just let it go. It's okay. It sucks if you don't have a lot of friends because nobody in their 40s does. But let it go. I had a situation the other day, man. I swear to God, dude. I had a person reach out to me. And mind you, this particular individual only reaches out to me when they need it. Period. I've known this person for a long time, and they were kind of a ride or die. But you don't get to hold that crown anymore because it's been X amount of years and you just kind of, because why? Because life happens and I moved and you did this and it's okay. And yes, social media kept up with the Joneses. Sure, but it's not friendship. It's just social media world. And then you decided to reach out when you had a traumatic thing. My light just died. Bruh. Bruh. What? Oh my God. Oh, you know why? Hold on, guys. Oh, there you go, you jerks. I think it's on its way out. I gotta charge it. It's a dope light. If it goes out again, who cares? So you have to sit here. Yep, there it goes. All right. Well, it must have been in love. Anyway, um, that sucks. Oh well, it's dark in here. Setting the mood, baby. I'll charge it. It's a dope, dude. This light, this is the light. I got another one over there. That's a ring light. This light, you charge it. Holy crap! Guess what? 3 months. This thing holds a charge for 3 months. Damn, and I record a lot, guys. So maybe I wish there was an indicator on it. Like, hey, dude, your light's getting anyway. So deal with the dark because I'm not getting them up, and I'm not starting this podcast over. It's not that dark. It's just not the light I like. So again, this person was cool. Whatever, life happens. They had a thing happen in their life, and in their mind, they're thinking to themselves, "I want to reach out to Brandon because we were cool, because he was always here for me, right? Always." So they do on social media, messaging back and forth, and texting, occasional phone call. But most of the time, this person was calling me past 11 o'clock at night. And I wasn't answering because I was asleep, or I was like, no. Because there's only two things that happen past that point: booty call, and this is a long distance booty call, or you're drunk and you want to talk and you're in your feels. And I'm not saying I'm like this awful bad person that's not going to help somebody if they're in that moment, but I am not your shrink. I am not your guy. I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy. I'm not. Okay? I care because I've been there in situations that maybe some people want to talk to. I care. But where you been? If this situation never happened, you got to ask yourself, would I ever reach out to Brandon this way? And the answer is probably no. So don't give me this like, oh, I missed you and blah, blah. Shut up, dude. Just shut up. I entertained this for a while because I was like, you know what? Sometimes people come circle back, right? I went this way, you went this way, you went this way. Maybe we come back together. Not in that way, but maybe like now it's a friendship. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes that's how the world works, right? But then you disappear for 2 weeks. And then you text when you want to, when something's going on. And he tried to someone tried to FaceTime me. Stop, don't FaceTime me. I hate FaceTime. I FaceTime my son. If I'm I had to go to work and stay in a hotel for a couple of days, I FaceTime him. Or maybe I'm sick. Like when I had COVID, I FaceTimed him because he was at his mom's. I miss him. I almost FaceTimed him the other day. He was only at his mom for a couple of days. And I was like, dude, I miss my boy, man. But I'm not FaceTiming anybody. Got my buddy in Ireland. I would FaceTime Paul, I got a couple of friends in Italy. We FaceTime sometimes. I have a friend in China. We try. It's weird though. It's difficult there. So we just do, Zhao Hong Shu. So that's what we do. But that's about it. I'm not FaceTime. I swear to God, you FaceTime me, instant block, dude. You better be an accidental butt dial FaceTime because I don't need to see you. I don't want to see you. And then the person gets mad. Why did you answer your FaceTime? We were on the phone. Because I'm on the phone. You want to see my face? Watch my podcast. Look at a picture. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to FaceTime you. I could be in my skibbies. You know what? If I'm sitting on the couch, I'll jab at the Hutch style, and I got pizza on my chest and drinks on me. Rusko's laying there spread out like Princess Leia, and I'm just like, I don't want you to see it. What if I got a giant zit on my face, How am I supposed to ignore your conversation if you can see my facial expressions? Like, but then they disappear. I talked to him for a little bit that night and I realized this person's not okay. They're drunk. They're stuck in their feels and I talked to my other friend about it and they are just, look at me, 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 me. I need attention from men. Go get it. This man is gone. Check out, bro. I don't want to be in this. I think that at some point, it's not about being nice. It's not about being kind. It's about being smart. And you have to, at some point, say, hey, don't waste your time on every single phone call, on every single text, on every single person. Don't. They're time eaters. They're consuming your energy. They're consuming your time. They're consuming your moments. I get a text from somebody. I'm going to be off. I told you I was going to be off. Hey, are you in today? I just saw you 2 days ago and gave you my schedule. So you didn't listen to me the first time, which tells me, why am I telling you anything? You don't respect my schedule, because if you did, you would have listened to it. You think that because you have something important to do and it affects you, that it should affect me too. No. So I don't answer. I'm off. The 30 seconds, the 40 seconds, the 50 seconds, whatever it takes for me to tell you that I'm off, I don't get paid for that. So piss off. Period. What is so important at the time where I am there? I am on the clock. I am in the work zone. I'm getting paid for it. I'm giving you my attention. I am giving you my attention. We're talking about what needs to be talked about. And I tell you what days I'm going to be here. I always do that. You don't remember. You don't write it down. You don't care. You don't listen, or you think, doesn't matter. I'll still text them if I need them. And I get that. And I try to do that with my people too. I have some moments, but sometimes we're two ships passing in the night. So I'll send a text, voice text, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. Let them know what's going on, and I'm out. I may still get a text from them occasionally, and I may choose to answer, and I may choose not to. If I choose not to, it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. Because if you don't, it's a constant zip, 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 minutes, 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 minutes. And everything that you have to do on that list is now eaten alive by the blood-sucking leeches that want to text you because you have a phone. Okay. Friendships are the same way, guys. There are certain people that will only text and call when they need you. That's not a friendship. You're on their utility belt. And that utility belt could be you're a shrink, you're a last resort, you're bored, they want to laugh, they need attention, they need socializing, and everybody else, they've exhausted all efforts, so they reach out to you. They have a moment of guilt and they're like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a while, I should reach out. As opposed to just letting it go. Not everything has to be, I gotta see what time, oh, it's 30 minutes, okay. Not everything has to be, hey, can I talk to you? Our friendship isn't working out. Let me go. What is this on my... Oh, gross. There's like a sticky thing on my screen. Stop it. Not everything has to be, hey, our friendship isn't working out. And you have to have this ending. I'm not saying ghosting's great, but you can drift and drift and drift. And eventually you can't see land anymore. And you're like, it's out there. I hope it's doing okay. I gotta go. And it sucks. But what's the alternative? Dear friend, I have no reason to not talk to you anymore. I just feel like we are two ships passing in the night. I am so busy. I care about you, but let's just end it now. I hope for the best. Maybe one day down the road we will see each other. Bye. What? It doesn't work that way. It's just going to naturally happen. And it sucks and it's hurtful and some hurts more than others. And then maybe you guys connect. Bro, I'm in your city for a night. Let's get drunk, forget what happens, and leave. Nothing wrong with that either. I've got friends like that. But don't call me when you go through life's tragic moments. And it doesn't mean I'm not a guy who's not going to be there for somebody. I don't call people unless I know them. The people I know that I talk to on a reg, when I'm going through some stuff, I don't do it. Why should I? They're not my shrink. I can't emotional trauma dump on them and then be like, blah, 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 see you. Ew. Now I got to carry the ooze of your slime and your trauma and your relationships and divorce and marriages and babies and sex life on me. I don't want to carry your sex life on me. Blah. You know? Go away. Because as you get older, you realize just how much weighs you down. Your elements, your time, your kids, and that's okay. Those are stuff that you have to address. I will never put Luke on hold for something else. It's not to say that I haven't had to take a phone call for business when Luke's there. Or, hey, Luke, Dad's got to record this. It didn't record. Give me 20 minutes. Sometimes he just sits, if it's an appropriate conversation, he'll just sit on my bed with his iPad while I record. He won't say nothing. He just wants to be in the room with me. I can't talk to him about, like, I couldn't have him in the room for this. But if I'm doing a couple movie reviews because I need to get them done so I don't have to do them for the next 3 days, so him and I can be, just whatevs, he knows I get paid for it. He knows the deal. Sometimes I got to take a, dang, I'm burping up some pumpkin spice. It doesn't taste good coming up. He knows the deal. Dad's got an adult sometimes, I think there was one day he was with me because his mom was out of town. So he was with me 7 something days in a row. I don't know. It happens. And I love it, obviously. But it can't just be, I know it's summertime, it can't be pool, football, soccer, play, movies, snacks, reading, drawing, video games. And no, we're going to take a minute. Dad's got some chores to do. I got to clean the kitchen, empty a litter box. Why don't you go do your thing? And while you're at it, clean your bedroom. Or, hey, Dad needs an hour on the computer. I'm going to pop my computer up, make a cup of coffee, grab some water, snack, and I'm going to sit down so you entertain yourself. Dad's got to get this done. If you want to watch a movie, well, I do it, or whatever, so we can do it, but Dad needs time. And he gets it because he's almost 8, But genuinely, I got Luke. I don't want to talk to you, man. He's my priority. Unless you got an urgent, I'm dying situation, and then call 911, and then you can tell me you're dying. That's different. But otherwise, I don't eat my time up with my son because you're definitely not as important as my son. And God forbid, if it's work and it's a question that doesn't matter or could wait or somebody could use a half a brain and figure it out, don't waste my time. And that's what happens the other night. Was some nights with this one person, dude. It was Luke didn't have school the next day. We were watching a movie. We had 30 minutes left. He's about to go to bed. My phone rings. Now it's on vibrate, but it rings, and I'm like, ew. So I said, hey, I'm nice with my son watching a movie. Oh, just call me later. No, I'm not. Because based on the hour of when you called me, and it's not to say that some people call that late and it's just that's when they wind down. That's when they have free time. I get it. Not this person. Because then it'll go 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 8 days. And I'll play the game of, and it's a dangerous game, but I play the game of, I'm not going to text you. Well, it's not dangerous for this person. I could care less anymore. But with other people, I'm going to play the game. How long does it take for you to text me? Check in. Say, let's get together. It's a dangerous game. Because if you do that, you're probably not going to hear from anybody for a long time. And you got to be prepared for the outcome. I've got some friends that don't text much. That's just not who they are. Yeah, they just don't. But, hey, we're getting together in a week. Sweet. What date? Cool. I'll be there. Show up. I'm good. That's all I need. I don't have to talk to somebody every day. Okay? But we got to start just cutting that string so we can lift ourselves up and focus on the people in our lives that matter, and make time to watch this podcast every week because y'all are slipping. Okay. That's just saying. But anyway, that's it for me because guess what? I'm on a time crunch. I said I was going to do a 35-minute show. Bam, 35 minutes. By the time I'm done, 36 minutes. Great. Next week, we're going to dive into some fun stuff. I only got a couple more episodes of September before we get into spooky season the entire month. And I've got some great spooky shows. Oh my God. Great spooky shows from movies and comics and books of the spooky origin, so to speak, to and video games too. Another ghost experience that I saved for this year. Can't wait to talk about that, as well as some other fun stuff. So I think I have a special guest who I'm really excited about. Fingers crossed. I think we locked it in. So that'll be that. But next week is a good one. And be ready. Sit down, grab your coffee, grab something to drink, grab a snack. I got a great episode. It's about an hour long. So clear the room, clear the kids. Don't call your friends back. Come back next week on the Life of an Average Joe podcast. Peace.